Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Learning the Ropes. I'm XLJ, the OG, joined by my other brother from my other mother, one Michael J. Duplessis. How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you, fam?
Dude, I'm tired. I am tired of shit, y'all. I'm literally just so first and foremost, thank you everybody for joining us a little bit later here tonight because true story. I've been in 3 states today. That's right. Like started off the morning in beautiful Waterloo, Iowa, made my way through Illinois, back here in Indiana, and back here on Cold TV. So excited to be back here. And thank you so much, Mike, for filling in for me over on PW60 this past Monday.
Of course, that was
awesome
fun. That was
show.
actually really fun.
Yeah. And of course, also joining us is the American Cream Dream himself, one Husky Rhodes. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm tired myself, but definitely not as tired as you. That would literally be like me driving from Savannah, Georgia to Louisville.
Yeah, it was
Like,
it was a long haul, brother.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. So, fun fact, like on the way there, I stopped off at the world's largest truck stop, which was pretty wild. By the way, there will be a vlog on my ventures because I checked out a lot of cool stuff.
I was gonna say, dude, you better have done some sort of
How many
content
vlogs
in it,
did you make?
You know me, man. Come on, I ain't gonna go without like getting some footage. So it was pretty wild, man. So stay tuned for that in the coming weeks here on Cold TV. But as always, on Learning the Ropes, before we get started, we got to kick it off right. A little plug-a-palooza. And it's been an awesome week so far here on Cold TV. Of course, catch a replay of PW60 with Mr. B-Roll and Mike from this past Monday night. Also got a brand new episode of The Hunt premiered this past Tuesday. It was a pretty fun episode. I got to go to a really fun place called Nostalgia on 9, an antique mall, and I found one of the coolest wrestling items, or maybe one of the scariest wrestling items I've ever found at an antique mall. It was this like 1993 Bret Hitman Hart Halloween mask. It's trippy.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
You got that a long while ago. I forgot about that already.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It was pretty trippy. I was like, I didn't even know it fucking existed, man. So
It looks like the Bret Hart Simpsons character.
Yeah,
it does.
But like really kind of like screwed up.
Yeah,
like, just a little bit off.
And it's like that era when, like, you know, those Halloween masks and stuff for like, you know, the shitty god awful Halloween costumes we had as kids and stuff.
I know those lasted for a while because I was Stone Cold Steve Austin in like 2000, 2001 for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh my God, Stone Cold did have one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's wild.
I didn't keep a mask on for long because God knows are uncomfortable.
The mask, but anyways. But you can catch a replay of that. And of course, we're here with you tonight on Learning the Ropes. Got a big, massive week next week because, folks, we hit what I have to say is one of the coolest milestones we've ever achieved here on Cold TV because next week is going to be PW60 week because we are hitting our 100th episode. That's right. PW60 100. Can't believe we were already at the 100 mark. And of course, it would not be possible without these gentlemen here, the rest of our PW60 family, and of course, all of you. It's pretty wild, man. I never would have dreamed we would have hit 100. That feels like we just started yesterday.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy.
It really does.
Like when you sent the message out to all of us, I was like, hey, just letting y'all know, like we're hitting 100 next week. I'm like, oh, shit,
it feels like we all just started this journey like the other day.
For real.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And here we are.
Like 5 years.
Yeah, it feels like a month, and simultaneously it feels like 25 years just because of the state of the world.
No doubt, brother. No doubt, man. Just think of it's funny. We started that show, and Roman Reigns was still your champion, your world champion. Look at us now.
He was champ for another like year and a half.
Yes, after it started, for God's sake. To put it in perspective, the World Heavyweight Championship, like in WWE, it didn't even exist.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even
a thing yet. Wow, man. Yeah, we've come a long way, baby. But of course, we'll have our 100th episode this coming Monday, as well as we're going to have some special content coming to you celebrating PW60. So you're going to want to check that out next week here on Cole TV. Also, big shout out to our good boy, Mr. the Ratty Daddy himself, Cole Radrick. There will be a very special benefit show to help out Ratty Daddy this coming Saturday in beautiful Spencer, Indiana. MWT is putting on an amazing show. I will be there. Cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. There's one match. There's a lot of matches on the card, but there's one I'm super psyched. Josh Crane against Alex Kane. That's gonna go
dude.
hard.
That match is gonna be fucking wild.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see that one. And of course, we'll have a vlog for you for that here in the coming weeks on Cole TV. Speaking of NWT, don't forget we are an official sponsor of the third semi-non-annual Schmitty. That'll be coming up in August. Of course, stay tuned here in the coming weeks on Cole TV for some announcements on that as well. And we got all sorts of stuff going, man. And of course, don't forget to check out our cousins over on World Championship Wreckage's YouTube channel. Of course, you can watch Mike every Monday night with Doug and Michaela for Netflix and Raw. I know Husky, we were just talking before we're going on the air. Your show is going to be debuting on there pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
I know you got
doing the second episode of my new show soon.
Yep, and then you got the next episode. Survivor should be coming too. Also, you can catch the latest Fantasy Warfares over there as well.
We'll be filming that on Sunday.
Yes,
That
It'll
third
be-
episode.
yes. So yeah, I was gonna say it's coming soon. So a lot going on over there at our cousins at World Championship Wreckage, and of course, don't forget. You can also get some of our sweet merch, our PW60 shirts, our Cold DV shirts over at ProWrestlingTees.com. So check that out. All right, that being said, let's get right into the topic at hand. Tonight on Learning the Ropes, we are talking ladder matches. And being completely transparent, yes, this episode was originally scheduled last week, but life be life. And I'm sorry, but when the Indiana Pacers make the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years...
Let's fucking go.
Priorities. Yes, let's fucking go. 2-1, baby. Halliburton tearing it up last night.
They're playing right now as we are recording this.
No, they're playing tomorrow.
They
it's
play tomorrow. No,
it's tomorrow?
the Hockey's are the Stanley Cup's
Stanley
playing right
Cup's
now.
going on now.
Oh, the Stanley Cup's going on right
I was watching that.
Yeah. Who's up on that series? I forget. I haven't even
Florida
been
is 2 games to 1.
Shit. Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
It's
Florida?
always Florida. Dude, Florida, there has been a Florida
Florida
team
Their
like in
two
the Stanley
teams
Cup,
have won-
what,
have
the past
won-
5 years?
Yeah, their 2 teams have won multiple Stanley Cups in the last decade. Florida and Tampa Bay. For some reason, hockey's become really popular in
Because
Florida.
them Canadians are sick of the cold weather. They're like, let's go to Florida.
Let's go
Fuck
to
it.
fucking Miami, brother.
The hell with this shit.
Dude, they're
It's
wild
not
down
even-
there.
Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding.
It's not even Miami. The
Uh,
2 teams are Jacksonville and Tampa Bay.
oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Jacksonville's who's in it, right?
Yeah.
Is it the
Wait,
yeah.
Florida
the
Panthers.
Florida Panthers are in Jacksonville?
I think so.
Huh.
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they're like 2 hours south of me. Shit.
Yeah.
I need to go to a
Yeah.
fucking hockey game. I mean, we've got
There
a
you
go.
minor league team here that's fucking sick.
As far as I know, yeah, the Florida Panthers are in Jacksonville.
Well, there you go. Well, we're not talking hockey. We're not talking basketball. We're talking wrestling. And then, like I say, tonight's topic is ladder matches. And we're going to give you our Baker's Dozen, our top 13 favorite ladder matches of all time. But first, before we get too deep into this, gentlemen, I want to ask you, is the ladder match the best wrestling stipulation match going
I was
today?
literally about to
Yeah.
say it's my all-time favorite stipulation.
Yeah. I think it's the
Next to
quintessential
War Games.
it's the benchmark for stipulation matches.
Yeah.
I think if a company has a great ladder match, it's probably one of their most viewed matches.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about a ladder match that's just really phenomenal.
Oh yeah. I mean I think just the chances like you're going to see first off I think it's that initial reaction of just seeing somebody so high up in the air come crashing down I mean, these ladder matches literally are car crash type of
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah.
The
Either falling
physicality
down
of it.
or getting hit by a ladder. Like it's just like, yeah. You can
Yeah.
see
Mhm.
anything in a ladder match. That's just like, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how over the years, like the ladder matches evolved, and of course, we have TLC matches now as well as all these other different variations of the ladder match. But I just think it's interesting because it's one of those things where, like, if you think about it, the ladder match in the early days of wrestling, and I'm talking like when the ladder match even existed, you're talking like the 70s and whatnot.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a gimmick. It was just like, okay, you go up the ladder, you grab whatever. It wasn't really, there was no psychology with it.
Right.
Other than like just get the guy. It wasn't like what we're so common used to with just like
Yeah.
ladders being used as like such a big element of the match and as a weapon is like literally the third person or third thing involved in the match.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm happy you brought up that because I've had so many arguments with wrestling fans like, oh, the first ladder match was in by Razor and Shawn. It's like, no, ladder matches were happening in the 70s, 80s in Canada and Memphis. And like my first ladder match I remember even seeing was John Ritter, who would end up becoming Junkyard Dog versus Brett.
Yeah,
And a few other guys was like
Jake the Snake wrestled in one, I remember, too, in that area. And the funny thing is, if you look at those ladder matches, it's not even like they're painter's ladders. So it's like there's not rungs on the other side, really, for anybody to climb up. It's like, yeah. It's just, it's wild, man. It's wild how this match has evolved. But we're going to get right into it. We're going to give you our Baker's Dozen, our top 13 favorite ladder matches of all time. And what better way to start us off than with the wrestling encyclopedia himself, Mike? What do you got number 13?
Number 13, I am going to go to the Company of Ultraviolence and an event called Down with the Sickness 2010. And it is a ladder match that consists of Ricochet versus AR Fox versus Ruckus versus Lucky 13 versus Alex Colon versus Facade.
What the fuck? Does
And
this even exist?
Whoa.
Yes. And it is a ladder match that was actually the number one contender match for the ZZW Junior Heavyweight title.
Holy shit.
This is just the number one contenders match?
Yeah.
It's not even a title match. That's insane.
Yeah. And this match goes crazy.
Yes, we know Dad Hat's favorite. He talks about it all the time.
We'll be talking about that.
About it. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's on all of our lists. So.
But yeah, if you want some hungry guys who are just coming up in the business, working in the famous ECW arena, and this was also what the ZZW called an aerial assault match, where they had platforms on the posts
in the corners,
in the corners, so they can more people can stand on them and they can do crazier shit.
So this is kind of like what Ring of Honor did with the cage scramble, where they'd have the platform. Okay.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
That sounds like a fucking amazing car crash.
Any match in Combat Zone that utilize those platforms is just gonna go crazy. Somebody's doing a ridiculous spot off of that. Like I forget what match it was. I don't know if it was a ladder match or not, but somebody did a I'm always hungry, but I'm just fat, brother. Same. Same. But somebody did a 450 like or no, it was a moonsault Styles clash off of one of those.
Yes.
Fucking what? Dude
had a guy up like doing a Styles clash on the platform and just says fuck it, yeet, and moonsaults.
Do you know who the victim of that was?
I don't remember. Who was it?
It was Matt Seidel's brother, and he almost got paralyzed because of it. And Matt Seidel was pissed.
Oh,
I understand why.
Who was the dude that did it? I forget.
I can't remember who did it, but yeah, Matt Seidel did a shoe interview and was asked about this, and he was not happy that his brother was not protected in that movie.
I don't think it was.
Wow.
But yeah, But no, yeah, that's a crazy. I need to look that match up.
Yeah.
That ladder match.
Yeah.
Is
'Cause that just
is that on
sounds
YouTube,
insane.
Mike?
ZVW Studios.
Okay.
CZW
.com.
Studios, man.
Yeah.
So just go to ccwstudios.com.
Yep, and get a subscription and you get all their events.
Wow. So who won the match?
AR Fox.
Oh, cool. I know. What year did that take place again?
2010.
2010.
My favorite, my second favorite event they did every year. Down with the Sickness. What they did a ladder match every year for Down with the Sickness because Down with the Sickness was an event named after a guy named Chris Cash because that was his theme song. He died in 2005, but he had popularized the ladder match in ZZW because he would have a few ladder matches with a guy named Joker. Like they had a popular feud.
I've heard of it. Yeah. Okay.
The special guest referee for this match was actually Chris Cash's former tag team partner, GQ Money. They were both trained by they were actually childhood friends of John Zandig's son.
Oh, word.
Okay.
Zandig trained them.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I think I remember the story. I think I remember.
Yes, we did talk about this when we were talking about King of the death matches tournament. DOD.
Nice. Well, that's a hell of a way to start your list, Husky. What you got, number 13?
This is probably going to be a little controversial.
I like that.
But starting out my list is the first ladder match that I ever saw. Shawn Michaels Razor at WrestleMania 10.
Wow. Okay. Interesting that this is your first one. Okay. I want to hear why.
So I'm gonna be honest. This match, not on my list.
Really? Like at all?
Nope.
What? It's like the blueprint for ladder matches, though.
I will say their ladder match at SummerSlam's on my list.
That one is as well.
Yeah.
That one is as well. I wanted to include this one on there because I originally didn't have it on my list.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is a blueprint match, like you had mentioned. This is the blueprint for what ladder matches could be with this like production level and storytelling. So I had to give it in there. It's a great match. Like it still holds up to this day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like absolutely. So I couldn't really feel justified not talking about it. So but I do agree the Michaels Razor 2 is
better.
A million times better.
Yeah.
Which we will go into in more detail a little bit later on in the show.
I just have other ladder matches from other companies that I'm just like, I've watched more than that WrestleMania 10.
Like we talked about before we went on air, you're going to have the indie shit that like we didn't catch or like completely like forgot about.
Yeah.
Or even know exists. I'm already like, I got to check out the one you already mentioned. So I love it. But yeah, we're going to, like Husky says, I will definitely talk in detail more about Shawn and Razor 2 as well as Shawn and Razor 1 because it's spoiler alert, they're both on my list. But speaking of my list, kicking us off at number 13, I went a very similar route as Husky. I chose this one because this was the first ladder match I ever saw. And this is one that a lot of people tend to forget existed because I think it was on Primetime Wrestling or something. But I'm talking about the match for the Intercontinental Championship between Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart.
I don't know about this match.
This is actually the first ladder match ever in the WWF.
Oh, so this precursors WrestleMania 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the
so WWE just stays lying to us.
Oh yeah, they're full of shit. Yeah, this is the very first ladder match. Yeah, that WWF did.
That's crazy.
This took place on July 21st, 1992. I remember it very well where I saw this because I saw it and like my dad bought me like a it was like a so it was funny because back in the day, anybody all remember Good Times videos? They used
hell yeah, dude.
So my dad bought me WWF had like leased out or done something through Coliseum Video or something with Good Times Videos, and he got me like this 3-pack of VHSs, and it was Best of SummerSlam,
Nice.
Best of WrestleMania,
Nice.
and WWF Greatest Grudges. And this match was on that. Or no, it wasn't Greatest Grudges. It was like Most Bizarre Matches or something like that. And this match was on that tape.
Huh.
And that was the first time I ever saw it. And I was just like, oh. But yeah, it's a really good matchup. Now, they don't do nearly as much as like Shawn and Razor. But you can kind of see Mike, you need to check it out because you can see there's spots in this that Shawn and Razor did do. You can see Shawn was kind of like, okay, like I'm going to do this and that. And whether y'all want to admit it or not, Mike kind of alluded to it earlier. Where did the ladder match come from? It came from Stampede Wrestling. So, yes, Bret Hart is the one who introduced the ladder matches to the world of the WWF.
Thank you, Brett.
Just saying, thank you, Brett. But no, this is a fun matchup. Like, it's a really cool one. It's of course, Brett does retain the title because this is at the height of his second run with the IC title. There is right before he drops it to the Bulldog too. So at SummerSlam, but good matchup, good solid matchup. You got Sherry with Shawn ringside on this one too as well, and she plays a big role in this one. It's just an awesome, fun matchup. So that's my number 13. Continue on number 12. So for number 12 for me, I am going to go with the Escalera de la Meta, the ladder match from All Out 2019 with the Lucha Brothers against the Young Bucks. This is just the definition of a car wreck. Like the insane shit that they were doing in this one, like with the ladders and just like the brutality, the sheer physicality of it is
very high on my list.
insane. Yes, it's this matchup. So good, so good. And also for the AAA tag team titles at the time, which I think the Bucks held, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I do believe so. Because
the Lucha Brothers do end up winning the belts back. But dude, this matchup, holy crap! And this was on this was on that the same show where we get the first crowning of a AEW champion too, as well. Where you got the finals between Jericho and Hangman. So. Yeah, but dude, this matchup is, I mean, it's got the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks, and it's involving a ladder.
At the time, two of the best tag teams in professional wrestling today. Say what you will about the Young Bucks, but that match is insane. If you love spot fests, that's your shit right there, dude.
Right?
The Canadian Destroyer off the ladder
is insane.
Was wild.
Insane.
It's the craziest shit I've seen at that point.
And the funny thing is I think that's like a kind of, you see that spot a lot nowadays in ladder matches. But back then, holy shit, that was unheard of, dude. So
every kid on the indie was furiously taking notes.
So like, oh yeah,
when they saw that match, they're like, "Yep, we're stealing all of this shit."
My only issues with the Young Bucks nowadays is their deep V's. They need to stop that because I'm seeing way too much chest when they wear those deep V necks.
It's the point.
That's
the whole point of the gimmick.
Those shows on their shirts on Wednesday were just way too. I was like, okay,
you can see way too much man booby. But anyway, Husky, what you got number 12 on your list?
Number 12 is the inaugural Money in the Bank ladder match.
Respect.
Yeah.
I almost put it on my list, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, I'm glad one of us has got it on the list.
I had to mention it, like, you know, because Money in the Bank just happened. Like I had to give some sort of representation to it. Even though I wish it was still just a WrestleMania only match. But the reason why I put this one on there is because of one man. And he is one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions right now.
Ain't no stopping him now.
Shelton Benjamin is a motherfucker.
Facts.
The running up the fucking ladder.
That's my favorite Okay, one of my favorite spots ever.
It's one of the craziest things ever.
And now, you just saw like this past Money in the Bank with that Grande Americano doing, I think it was him that did that crazy ass spot where you run up the ladder, like from ringside and then up the ladder. It was like double, like, oh wow. But that spot wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for this spot
Shelton.
here. Yeah, for Shelton.
That Chad Gable sure can move up a ladder, boy. I'll tell you what.
Facts. But yeah, dude, that's that to me too as well. I think Shelton Benjamin at the time he was the Intercontinental champion, but I really feel like that was his coming out party. Was that like that Money in the Bank ladder match?
Yeah, you finally got the full scope of like, let me show you what I can do.
Yeah.
And this also birthed the Ultimate Opportunist.
Yeah, this is Edge.
Because Edge got the Money in the Bank briefcases, and that started his reign of terror.
And the funny thing is, he didn't even want to win the damn thing.
Yeah, I know. You hear interviews with him, and he's just like, I got to carry a briefcase around? I don't want to do this.
Yeah. But there you go. Well, that's an excellent choice, brother. I think I'm glad it's on the list. Mike, what about you, buddy? What's number 12?
The ladder match to crown your inaugural NXT North American champion.
That one's also on my list too.
On my list too.
Adam Cole, Ricochet, Killian Dane, EC3, Lars Sullivan, and Velveteen Dream.
My two sex pests, this match kicks ass.
Yeah. You can say what you can say about three of the people in this match.
Who's the third?
Well, Lars Sullivan.
EC3.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Who?
Lars Sullivan and Velveteen Dream and EC3. Yeah, those are the guys you're just like,
But this match was phenomenal. This was at, like, in my opinion, the heights of the NXT takeovers, where they were just like giving out 4- and 5-star matches like they were candy, just destroying main card pay-per-views. Like nobody was giving a fuck about the main card. Just was like, oh, a takeover, okay.
Dude, that pre-AEW NXT was just insane, man.
Oh yeah, brother.
Like, dude, oh my god.
Adam Cole, of course, was winning, but yeah, this it's my favorite match on that card,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a match that had Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa main event in Kill Shit.
Oh, yeah, that was that was on that fight.
Yeah,
yeah,
the unsanctioned match.
Yeah,
I want to go back and watch that NXT.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that whole takeover.
But serious though, that match went hard. Like it was, and for it to be in the crowning of the very first ever North American champion, like it had to deliver. But man, it did ever. And of course, Adam Cole picking up the big win. If I remember too, Mike, in that same show where Adam Cole pulled double duty and he wrestled for the tag titles later on too. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what an eventful show, man! What a great way to kick it off too. So, but yeah, that's phenomenal. But just for you kids keeping track at home, 5-star matches: Lars Sullivan 1, Kurt Angle 0, and that's why fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah,
so it makes no goddamn sense whatsoever.
Kurt Angle couldn't get 1, but fucking Velveteen Dream's got a 5-star match.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Like, yeah, leave. You can leave now. All right, Mike, what is your number 11 ladder?
When I said I was gonna pull into a bag where people might not know these matches exist, I'm gonna be talking about a 65-minute ladder match that happens at the House of Hardcore in Kentucky, IWA Mid-South. Chris Hero versus CM Punk, the second anniversary of the House of Hardcore in 2002.
Wow.
Okay. That is random.
Deep cut. That's crazy.
This is at the height of a CM Punk Chris Hero feud that went from 2000 to 2002, where they fought all over the Midwest and the Southeast, going 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. In matches, they were destroying each other all over Kentucky, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan. And this ladder match was for these IWA Mid-South heavyweight title.
Wow. Who ended up winning?
Punk does.
Okay. Okay.
Punk does because Chris Hero pulls down the belt as the referee is knocked down, and then as the referee is waking up, the belt's on the ground, and Chris is still on the ladder. So Punk just grabs the belt, like, "Hey, I got it,"
Oh, that's nice.
because at that time he was at the height of his straight edge. I'm better than you. Like that was the beginning of that. So he was super heel.
Oh yeah. Did that happen at the arena in Jeffersonville or whatever? Like,
Yeah, I think so. The House of
okay.
Hardcore. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
The barn, as
The
they also
barn,
call
I
it.
should say. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome, dude. That's a good one. All right. Husky, what do you got number 11, buddy?
This one's silly.
I just already love the the preface it, but yeah, go ahead.
Custody of Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, I have that at 11 too. Let's
go.
fucking go.
I have an Eddie match, but this is not the Eddie match I have on my list.
The main reason why I had to put it on the fucking the show. Where the fuck is Vicky?
Where the fuck is
It's-
Becky? And the fact that they're fighting for the custody of a child. Like, this isn't for a championship.
so
This isn't
stupid.
for a weapon or anything. This is literally for a custody of a child, because you can do that in the world of pro wrestling. Yes, it's okay. You can battle one another for the custody of a child. And even more ludicrous is how they show a young Dominic Mysterio in the crowd, and he's right next to the quote unquote the civil worker who
Right?
is
Yeah.
with Dom. Like if you let's just be real here for a minute, okay? If you were fucking like working for like as a civil worker, like with it, you would be like trying to get Dominic out of that fucking building and letting these two guys beat the holy hell out of each other in a ladder match.
Yeah,
You're not gonna let the fate of a child exist in like a fucking briefcase with a contract in it. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna.
And
let
now
these
we're
two-
going at the 20-year anniversary of that show, by the way.
It is, yeah. It was
Yeah,
SummerSlam
it's
2005.
And he's been in business 20 years. That dude is a 20-year vet. We got to put respect
Dominic
on
Mysterio is a 20-year vet.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But it's so true.
Dude.
It's so true.
I can't. Wow.
And it's how crazy. He's literally one of the most over acts in the WWE right now. And here we were 20 years ago watching two Hall of Famers beat the holy hell out of each other for custody of him, for custody of Dirty Dom.
Dude, the mid-aughts WWE booking.
Wow.
What the fuck?
I look at some of the stuff that happened from like 2002 to like 2006. Like, okay, that's not.
What are you doing here, folks?
Like, I want to know who came up with, hey, I got an idea. I know what your guys' blow-off match should be, okay? SummerSlam. Hear me out. SummerSlam. You know, SummerSlam's one of the greatest events to host some of the greatest ladder matches. Oh, cool. Wait a minute, I don't got a belt, and Ray don't got a belt either, you know? Oh, no, we're going to put the custody of Ray's kid on the line. That's what we're going to do.
So insane, dude. Like, what the fuck?
But all kidding aside, it is a great match. It really is.
It is. It's
Outside
an
of the
awesome match.
ending that, Vicky fucked. Yeah, it's a pretty good match.
But that's one of the
great
best parts. Poor Eddie's just hanging there. Where the fuck is Becky? Where the fuck is Becky?
Oh my
It's
god.
like they got to be back in the gorilla being like, oh fuck, you better get out
we
there.
are fucked.
Oh god bless the late great Eddie Guerrero. Cool thing Dom did recently. I'm sure you guys saw this, where he went to Eddie's grave and laid the Intercontinental title down.
That picture made me cry.
Yeah, that was
Oh, it was
that
so
one
cool.
was ooh, that was crazy.
It's good
Eddie
break.
being my go, I saw that picture on Instagram and I was like, okay, well, I didn't mean to get emotional today, but okay, cool. Thanks, Tom.
Oh, I got chills like a motherfucker when I saw that
Mhm.
picture. I was like, oh.
All jokes aside, yeah, it was a pretty awesome moment. So, but yes, that's that is what I had at number 11 as well. Now we're getting into the top 10, and I'm gonna keep the momentum with one Eduardo Guerrero because I want to do another one of his ladder matches, and I bet this is on Mike's list because number 10, I am going to World Championship Wrestling because I'm talking about the NWO sold out 1997 event that absolutely sucked, but this match was a hidden gem. Eddie Guerrero against Six for the U.S. title.
God about this match.
It is on that is
This
one
match
of
is
my two.
awesome.
Oh, it's a
It
great
is
match.
it is one of my two Eddie matches on my list.
It is
Yeah.
literally the only good match on that card.
It is.
Only everything else absolutely dreadful. And this is a match that often gets forgotten about because number one, it's on like a shitty like WCW pay per view or NWO pay per view.
Yeah, no. That everything from the intro where they're writing down in the garbage cans, that pay-per-view is garbage.
Literally, they did the Miss NWO contest on that, and it is like some of the ugliest broads you will ever see.
It is
Big
it is
Cole?
somebody's grandma up on stage. It's like, dude, what are we doing? They're
And they
also
put him in
like,
like biker chaps and stuff with mom jeans. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
dude,
It
it's 'cause
also has the
Bischoff
most.
had a fucking boner for like motorcycle shit.
He did.
That's
He
why
loved
they did. That's why
motorcycles.
they did those fucking two pay-per-views
Wild.
with the Hog Wild
Yeah.
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Those bikers didn't give a fuck about that shit.
No. No.
And by the way, like the NWO at the time is so cutting edge, so like bad boy. You would think they would have it in like some really cool city, like New York or Philadelphia or Los Angeles or something hip. No, it's in Iowa. Even though I just came from Iowa today, but still.
Yeah, Nash had talked about that. He was just like, dude, we should have it in fucking Vegas.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do it in Iowa.
No,
That
because you
sounds
want to do it
better.
in fucking Iowa and like South Dakota and shit. Because
All
you got a
because of
boner for Harleys.
Yep.
Like,
That's
Yeah, I don't know
exactly it.
what it was with WCW in Iowa because wasn't that the city they were based out of for Ready to Rumble?
I think so.
Could have. Yeah.
I think they're in Des Moines for that. Yeah.
Yeah, go figure. But there you go, man.
That match has one of the most racist like intros ever because they called Eddie Guerrero the Mexican jumping being.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I watched that match the other day and I was just like, I forgot that was said.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
Ooh.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. 90s was a weird time. Of course, I think Eddie ends up walking out with the US title on this
because
one day.
we
He's
have
the only
we have an NWO pay-per-view and they don't win any of the matches.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you another match on that card.
NWO loses all their matches that they're in that card on that card, but it's an NWO pay-per-view. I remember Kevin Nash being like, "Why have a pay-per-view that's NWO like certified, but we all
And we're
lose?"
jobbing out in every match.
Yeah.
fuck it, because we're getting a payday.
Mhm.
Husky, what do you got number 10 on your list, brother?
My number 10, we are going to one of my Ring of Honor picks.
Okay.
It is a tag team match. Kevin Steen and El Generico versus the Briscoes.
Yes. So good. Like
do I need to say more? Two of the greatest tag teams in Ring of Honor history just beating the emergency brakes off of each other. And I needed to get Jay Briscoe on this list.
Oh, absolutely.
I had to.
He was in so many great ladder matches throughout the years.
Dude,
This is one of those ladder matches where the physicality is so brutal you almost find yourself saying, I feel sorry for the ladder. Because the ladders get fucked up in this one.
So do the ones in my number 1.
Yeah, the
So,
ladder.
my number 10 is a Ring of Honor ladder match.
Okay.
Also has Jay Briscoe,
Okay.
but is in my opinion, the most hidden of the ladder wars matches. And it's Jay Briscoe versus Adam Cole at Supercard of Honor in
That
2014.
match is fucking
Oh.
awesome. I forgot
This
about
match,
that one.
yeah, and this is like Adam Cole at the height of its heel run, where he is like being a complete jackass. He like during the feud, he like hits Papa Briscoe and he's cussing out the parent,
Papa
the
Briscoe.
mom.
Yeah.
And he had just started hanging out with Taven, but he's also got Matt Hardy hanging out with him. This is like Matt Hardy's like had just gotten released from the WWE and he's calling himself the Icon.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
his short
yeah,
indie
yeah.
run before they hired him back. Or
Yeah.
before he went, or wait, no. Did he?
No,
he
this
went
is
back,
before he went to TNA.
okay, so he went back. Yeah, he went back to WWE, then he went to TNA. Okay.
Yeah. So it was just like, yeah, it's a really good, and they beat the fuck out of each other.
They do.
I was watching this and I was like, oh, I really forgot that like Jay and Adam like went to war for a good like almost half an hour.
Oh, dude, it is violent.
Like they both get bloodied up. Like there's like multiple Jay drillers where I thought like, okay, Adam Cole's gonna end up in a wheelchair.
He's either going to end up in a wheelchair or he's going to be 3 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Because he is just fucking eating them. Like, crazy.
Yeah, the physicality in this is like that was the thing with Ring of Honor ones too, man. You got a Ring of Honor ladder match, like you knew you were gonna see all sorts of like just violence and just innovative moves. Like I don't think Ring of Honor gets nearly enough credit for the evolution of the ladder match because I mean we're so used to seeing on like the mainstream, whether it was WWE, WCW, even ECW and stuff. But Ring of Honor was taking that shit to the next level. They were doing stuff, but like they it's like, you know, before you could incorporate certain moves into ladder matches, but Ring of Honor, it was just like whatever you fucking want to do. Like if you want to do a package pile driver on the ladder, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Go for it. So, but yeah, that is a hell of a pick there, my friend. All right, what do you got at your number 9?
My number 9, we are gonna go to Reseda, California, PWG.
Oh shit!
I don't think it's a match you're gonna be thinking about, Husky. I am doing this was for the PWG tag team belts, and it was the Young Bucks versus the Inner City Machine Guns, Rich Swann and Ricochet, versus Roderick Strong and Eddie Edwards.
Oh,
at PWG 10, their 10th anniversary show.
Dude. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
This match is high flying. There's ladder spots all over the place. It is the fans are getting hit because you know that Reseda building, like they're right up there on the ring. Like Dude, it is craziness. I think Ricochet and Rich Swann and ACH was an underrated faction of the Inner City Machine Guns, which, by the way, great play on the Motor City Machine Guns.
Right. Beautiful name. Beautiful.
Like,
name.
Well done. Yeah, Roderick Strong and Eddie Edwards. I forgot their tag team name. At the Dojo Bros, because they were coming out of the LA Dojo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just they were another great tag team. They also worked sometimes with oh god, what is his name? He works in AEW now.
As an agent?
No. Kyle
O'Reilly?
Riley and he just turned heel with
Bobby Fish? Red Drag?
No, he just turned heel with why can't I think of his name? From Kentucky.
Oh, Chuck Taylor?
Chuck Taylor. What's his tag team partner's name?
Oh, Trent Beretta.
Trent Beretta. Oh.
No, the other one.
Rocky Romero.
Rocky Romero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rocky. That should not have taken that long. But yeah, those three, they were a great trio at this time too. But yeah, no, this triple threat match for the ladder match, phenomenal.
Who ended up winning?
Oh, the Bucks.
The Bucks, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, they retained their tag team belts.
Damn. Okay. Oh, that's a hell of a one. Can you watch that on YouTube?
Yes.
Sweet. Husky, what do you got number 9, brother?
All right. For my number 9, we are going to No Mercy 2008. Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this.
That's one that I forgot about until I was like putting this list together, and I was like, oh yeah, that one's fucking nuts.
That's a good one.
It's a great, great match. If you out there watching, if you don't remember that one, give that one a watch. It's
a highly talked about one. Actually, we're close in proximity where we have it on our list. It's my number 8, and I'll talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, dude, it's a solid one.
Very solid
for the World Heavyweight Championship too.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get to that or talk about that, I'm gonna give you my number 9. Number 9 for me, I felt like I had to put this match on the list just simply for the fact because it was like the beginning of just maybe the most iconic era of ladder matches with one of the greatest rivalries in all of pro wrestling. Talking about the ladder match from WrestleMania 2000, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardys.
That's the next one on my list.
Oh, shit. So we just flip-flopped.
Yeah, we flip-flopped.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this match, so innovative. So, like, this is one that, once again, where we're getting into the evolution of the ladder match with what it truly can be. Like, the shit these 3 teams did, like, they stole the show at WrestleMania. And when you can steal the show at WrestleMania, dude. And the fact of the matter is, like, too.
No offense, but WrestleMania 2000, not that hard to steal that show. It was not that difficult to steal that WrestleMania.
I wasn't going to say that, but.
That was the McMahon in every corner one, wasn't it?
Well, let me put it to you this way, though. As good as this ladder match was, I think a lot of people, if you look at the trilogy, they probably have this ranked last. Because the other two, the first TLC and TLC 2 are just like so iconic and so talked about. Like, I mean, we can talk about TLC 2 until we're blue in the face. It's easily the greatest TLC match of all time. For God's sakes, let's talk about stealing a show at WrestleMania. That stole the show at what many people say is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. So
it's the best match on that card.
And it's the best match on that show?
Question. Yeah, without question.
So, but I had to have this one because, like I say, it's the beginning of this rivalry. But like I say, I had at 8. I did have Jericho and Michaels from No Mercy, 2008, because part of the reason I definitely wanted to include it on my list because you arguably have 2 of the greatest ladder match wrestler workers of all time going at in Shawn Michaels and in Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
The rivalry they had that year was one of the best rivalries. Shawn and Jericho, I think, had you could easily put it in there in top 5 of greatest feuds for both those guys, and that's saying something considering how great they are.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, we talk about these multi-man ladder matches, and we talk about like these tag team ladder matches, and just all these bodies and stuff involved, and these crazy high spots and stuff like that. What I liked about this ladder match is this was kind of like a throwback to old, where it really focused a lot more on the physicality of it. Not so much yes, there's spots where they're jumping off the ladder and falling off the ladder. But once again, it's what I loved and fell in love with, like the first match I mentioned on this list. And then later on you get with Shawn and Razor 1 is just how the ladder is really the third man in this matchup. Because they just use it so well. So, that is why I had that at number 8. Husky, tell us a little bit more of why you had the Dudleys, Hardys, and ENC at number 8 on your list.
It's like you had mentioned before. Like this was like the match that set this whole trio feud just like on fucking fire. Yeah. And the Jeff Hardy Swanton Bomb spot to Bubba through a table is still one of the most replayed moments in the company's history. Like,
Yeah.
that's on so many of those, like, oh my God, wrestling moments. It's always like high up there. Like, I've seen that like BDWJ Forever dude on YouTube, like, do those like compilations. That spot shows up randomly in like a bunch of stuff that he's done.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's just, it has one of the like highest replay values for me.
Oh
that
yeah.
match.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more, man. Mike, what do you got at number 8 on your list?
Eddie Guerrero versus Six at Sold Out. Again, I have spoke ad nauseum about my love for one Eddie Guerrero. This is definitely my top 5 Eddie Guerrero matches. Probably top 10, maybe. I won't say top 5, but it's, and again, 6, Sean Wallman, so underrated.
Oh yeah.
Just the stuff that they were able to do in that match and steal a show, even though, I mean, it wasn't hard to steal in that show. But, I mean, they once again showed that the cruiserweights and that U.S. title division was just, they were the faces of the company, in my opinion. Like, they were, like, my favorite parts of WCW.
Nice.
Mhm.
Husky, who do you got number 7 on your list?
Number 7 from Royal Rumble 2001, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit.
What the fuck? Like, we literally, I think, copied each other. That's
No
what
shit?
I got at. Yeah, that I have that at 7.
Dude.
Like, seriously, I'm not gonna show you all my list, but yes, I had that at 7 as well.
Fuck yeah, dude! Great minds think
crazy.
alike.
Yeah,
dude. For the spot alone of Jericho putting the walls of Jericho on Benoit through the ladder is crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that. Whenever I think of Royal Rumble 2001, that's the first image that pops up in my mind.
Yeah.
Is this match.
And the physicality of this one, my
God.
like, this is such a hidden gem, like, ladder match, I think, because people completely forget about it, that it took place.
Yeah, the diving headbutt off the ladder.
I was gonna say, the diving headbutt off the ladder is like one of the scariest moves I've ever seen.
Oh
like,
my God.
It's like there's no room for error here.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Because
Like,
Benoit may not have been the tallest dude, but he's 230, 235, falling off of a 20-foot ladder. Like, couldn't be me.
Nope.
Ain't no way.
Just, he does it with like no fear whatsoever, dude. He just like takes the leap of faith.
People paid to see me. Gotta give them a show.
It's crazy.
Hope you don't move down there, brother.
Whee! No. Yeah, it's a great matchup. And of course, Chris Jericho picking up the win in this one, walking out with the IC title.
I think this is one of the matches that kind of, for at least the generation that this match took place in, that made the IC title the workhorse title.
Yeah,
like it kind of reinvigorated that for this new generation. Like, oh, the dudes that are gonna like give you an actual fantastic wrestling match are gonna hold this title.
Yeah,
and what better way to have you crown this like the workhorse belt with two of the best workhorses in that era, and both Canadian too, like two of Canada's greatest wrestling exports, just giving you a master class of a ladder match.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything else to add to it, man. It's just you summed it up perfectly. It's just an all-time classic, and like I say, it's just one that like seriously go back and look at because it's so freaking good. Number 6, it's already been mentioned. I had the inaugural North American title ladder match.
My numbers. I didn't see my number 7.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh, did we just skip? Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had that 6, but what was your 7, Mike?
Defy Wrestling presents Fight Wave in 2022. And it's a 4-man ladder match. Swerve Strickland versus Artemis Spencer versus Christopher Daniels versus Classic Cody Chun versus Randy Myers versus Shaft.
Oh,
Damn.
I love Randy Myers.
I know Randy Myers has become one of your favorites.
Yes.
This was they were to crown a new Defy heavyweight champion at this point because Randy had been champion, got injured in the late 2021, and in that time he was gone. He was gone for like a year. All the guys in this ladder match had held the belt.
Oh, that's crazy.
And at the time, Swerve was champion.
Okay.
So they put all of these guys in one ladder match, and they rocked Washington Hall in Seattle, Washington.
This was still Shaka Khan era.
Swerve, this was he had just left
CCW.
No, this was 2022. He hadn't even made it to the WWE yet, or this was right after. No, he hadn't made it to the WWE yet. Yeah, so this was Indie God. Like he was making waves. Yeah, this is Shaka Khan. Like this is like beginning to be my house in Tacoma, in Seattle.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he was doing ZZW, he was doing Defy, and he was doing like Evolve.
So who walked out the champ on this one?
Swerve's house.
Okay, yeah. Understandable. Was Randy doing the gimmick he's doing now on this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Just was wondering. Okay.
Yeah, no, he was the weirdo hero.
Okay. Nice.
I need to check this dude out.
Yeah, he's good. I got this.
So Cody Chun was actually a replacement because Eddie Edwards or Davey Richards was supposed to be in this match.
Oh, really? They were gonna have Davey in it.
Yes. Davey's from up here.
Yeah.
So they were gonna have Davey in it. Davey ended up getting injured. I think in a match for Ring of Honor or something. Yeah, he ended up getting injured and got placed by a Seattle native and cult hero and classic Cody Chun, part of the tag team C4.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say Randy. I got to see wrestle 3 times or at least I got to see him wrestle 2 and see him 3 times on the collective cards because he was at the Big Gay Brunch. Of course, he appeared on the Device show, and he also wrestled at the Clusterfuck. He was in the Clusterfuck this year.
Oh, hell yeah, nice.
I love Randy. Randy's Husky. I don't know if I've told you this information, but I've never told XOJ. Randy Myers is in the last class of the dungeon.
The dungeon, yeah.
Oh, no, shit.
Yeah, when I was looking him up and I seen that, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he trained in the dungeon,
yeah,
dude.
He's from there. Grew up with JT and Natalia. Like they went to school together. And he was in the last class of the dungeon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's wild to me. Like people are just now kind of, myself included, are just now kind of finding out who he is. But he's been wrestling for like over 20 years. Best way to describe it, he's like if Danhausen
with a little bisexual flair.
Yeah, exactly. So
he has a slogan: "I'm gay sometimes."
Yeah,
sometimes. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
He's wrestled Danhausen like 2 or 3 times.
I bet that'd be a hell of a matchup. Okay, so we're back on 6. Like I said, the inaugural North American was on mine at 6. Husky, who do you got?
Number 6, we are going to. Where's my notes here? July 1st, 2002. Undertaker Jeff Hardy.
Oh, I almost put this on here, but I love that you did.
I did too.
Climb the ladder, kid. Make yourself famous. One of the best Jim Ross calls of all time.
Yeah.
Ironically, I have another Raw 2002 match on my card.
Oh, no
shit. Pretty sure I know what it is. Because there's like there was two phenomenal ones, and that also made my honorable mention list too. The one you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember watching this match live.
Yeah,
and just being on the edge of my seat the entire time, like, holy shit, Jeff Hardy's about to beat the fucking Undertaker, like, just insane. And then the show of respect at the end, like, kid, you are insane. Like,
it sucks that he would like soon not be in the WWE after that situation. Like having that big push. It's like he would end up like having his situation and getting fired and then ending up in NWA.
Yeah, and then showing up on top of the cage in TNA.
No, that was years later. That was in 2010. The 3-1 was he showed the first time in NWA TNA, he showed up as the special the surprise opponent for AJ Styles when they were still doing weekly pay-per-views.
Yeah, when they're still in the weekly pay-per-view. That's right. Yeah.
Almost seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah. Huh. No, that the top of the cage was the first episode of the Hogan era.
Oh, right. Because he joins Immortal and shit.
Yeah, the Monday Night Wars show.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. See, we're at 6, right? Isn't that where we're at? Okay.
Yes.
What do you got number 6 on yours, Husky?
He just told you.
Oh, you just told me. Sorry, brother. This is what happens when you're. Sorry, guys.
Sleepy XLJ is crazy.
Yeah. I'm a little tired. All right, so now I think we're good. Now we're on number 5, right?
No, he's the only one who said 6.
No, I said 6. I said mine was inaugural.
I haven't done 6 yet.
Okay, all right.
You keep on skipping me, and that's funny.
All right, I'm sorry. You go ahead with your 6, buddy.
My number 6 is Starrcade 2000.
Oh, yeah. Forget about this one. Yeah.
Young Dragons versus 3 Count versus Evan Courageous and Jamie Noble. A tag team match, triple threat match, where the winner gets a Cruiserweight Championship shot.
2000's WCW was so fucked.
But this is Shane Helms' coming out party, though.
It is.
Yeah.
And then 4 months later, the company's dead.
I think this was a coming out party for all except for Evan, sadly. This was a coming out party for a lot of the guys in this matchup because they all ended up getting jobs like from the WWE because of what they were doing in this storyline. Because they had this ladder match, and then they had the ladder match with the record contract or the platinum record label.
Right.
The placard with Tank Abbott getting involved. Yeah.
Dude, I read something that they were trying to give Tank Abbott singing lessons because they wanted him to actually learn how to sing, and he said, "Fuck that."
Yeah. Awesome. I have talked about it, but I have a sick obsession with watching WCW 2000.
You really do.
You really do, bro. Maybe I'm going to throw this out there now. I think that's what you guys should do on Queen's Court while you're waiting.
Yeah. I want Bree to watch late stage WCW.
Yeah.
God.
Hopefully you don't scare her away.
RTP here? Why is the Great Muta with them? What the fuck is happening?
Hey, we got the JCW belt on WCW.
We really did. Vampiro rocking the JCW belt on a WCW show is hilarious.
The Dark Carnival.
So number 5.
Number 5, yes.
My number 5 is Razor Shawn and SummerSlam. In my opinion, the superior of the 2 matches between those 2 when it comes to ladder matches. I watch this regularly, and I find something new every time of like, holy shit, I can't believe that, especially at this time, because like WCW in 95 is not one to you don't have a lot of great matches in WWE in 95. Like, it's not like they're not putting on green classics.
Yeah,
what are you talking about, dude? Well Done was signed in 95.
First off, Well Done, a underrated Smoky Mountain tag team that they screwed over. I like well done.
Not in the Fed, hoot.
This is the same year where we got the debut of Techno Team 2000. So
Oh yeah,
you don't want to.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
First off,
Oh, here we go.
Watts.
Here we go with the Watts. Okay,
I
go on.
would no. I actually hate Bill Watts, and his son was a nepo baby that kept on trying to feed off his dad's name. He didn't work anywhere.
His son had a
WCW,
team with John
WWF.
Zandig.
Yeah, he tried to team with John Zandig and Hogan's company. He didn't. Yeah,
No, it was
WXW.
Ted DiBiase's company. It
Oh,
was the
yeah.
WXO.
Yeah, the WXO.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, when did John Sandig work for a Hulk Hogan's company? Like
Yeah. I
what?
forgot it was DiBiase's company and WXO. He also didn't work in NWA, TNA. Like Watts, sit the fuck down.
God. Oh my God. All right. Interesting one. Husky, what about you, buddy?
My number 5 is one that I forgot about completely until when Mike asked me to come on the show. Edge versus Jeff Hardy from Extreme Rules 2009.
Oh, interesting one.
I did forget
That
about
match
that.
kicks fucking ass, dude. I watched that one back. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I
This
might have
match
to watch that.
rules. Like, just concertos plenty in this. This was like Jeff Hardy's last WWE run before he goes to TNA. It's also Edge's final run as a top heel too. So like we're getting that out of the way there. Jeff Hardy winning the title after Edge's leg getting trapped. Like, such a sweet match. Like,
And then is this the same one where Punk just cashed in at the end?
No, I don't think so. Oh wait, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. CM Punk immediately cashes in.
Because Jeff is just beat to hell. I remember this too, and JR, kudos to him, like putting over Jeff Hardy so much. And Jeff stands and then he stumbles down. If I remember too, I think he kicks out of the first GTS though. Like, but then he gets GTS
He kicks
the
out the
second
first
time,
one.
and yeah. Thus Punk becomes a 2-time champion. And really you get the true like version of CM Punk in the WWF. It really started after that, if you think about it. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely a match I think is a hidden gem for sure. More people should be talking about that. Is that ladder match. So my number 5, we've talked about it. At number 5 for me is Shawn versus Razor One from WrestleMania 10. I'm gonna say it's the blueprint. I mean, I remember just watching this as a kid, like, and just the sheer utter, like, I can remember watching this match and like the spots verbatim, like where it happens and what sequence, and just like, and once again, just so smart with the psychology of this one involving the ladder, and the ladder being like the third man, so to speak, in this one. So we could talk about that match till we're blue in the face, but that for me is number 5. Number 4, I am the first one to talk about this because I know it's going to be on your guys' list. Shout out to Dad Hat. It's Triple H versus The Rock, SummerSlam 98. This is such a good ladder match. You have, at the time, like these two up-and-coming rising stars. These guys are at the top of their level of mid-card status, and they are knocking. They're damn near after this match, they literally kick down the door to become the main event, because like this match is so good for the Intercontinental title. Really, and it's at SummerSlam. I mean, SummerSlam is notorious for having some of the greatest ladder matches, and this match right here is right up there.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. Like, I can remember too, just like some of the like the Rock. I think he breaks. Well, I don't think he breaks his nose, but he gets like he's got
scratched.
Yeah. And then Rock, of course, literally a couple months later, going on to win his first world title because of this one too. But it's the classic age-old adage of going over getting over. And that night, Triple H got over or went over, but The Rock got over. That's when people started loving The Rock.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
so that's my number 4. What about you, Husky?
My number 4 is it was already been spoken about. It's Sean Razor 2. And the only real thing that I could add on that Mike didn't already state is the ending shot of Scott Hall standing on that ladder, arms out with both IC titles.
Beautiful.
Hang it up in the Louvre next to the Mona Lisa, baby. That's a beautiful ass shot.
Yeah.
In my opinion, one of the best wrestlers to never hold a world title.
Yeah, Scott Hall, absolutely.
Him
Yeah,
and
he
Arn
should've been
Anderson
world-
should have held a world title.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They definitely make my list as well. What about you, Mike? What do you got?
My number 4, you talked about that SummerSlam match making two wrestlers. A match that made 2 teams. WWF No Mercy 1999. Edge and Christian versus the Hardys. For the rights for Terry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ted Terry's manager, yeah.
yeah. This match is phenomenal. There's talks about the Hardys Edge and Christian matches, and even with the Dudleys added, I feel like this match doesn't get the respect it deserves sometimes.
Yeah.
They're doing crazy spots. The crowd is on their feet the whole match, going fucking crazy. And this is a great match because of what happens on that Raw the next night. When those two teams get in the ring and they just look at each other and shake each other's hands, and the crowd fucking erupts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, these teams are here to stay. They're going to be the face of the tag team division for the next 10 to 15 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vince and Bruce and everybody that was in creative was just like, we struck gold.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, for real. Like, I mean, it's so good. So good. All right. So that was your number
4.
What's your number 3?
SummerSlam 98, Triple H and The Rock.
Let's go, baby.
Again, especially at this time, I was not the biggest fans of either of these two. I was whatever, they weren't something I was trying to watch on Monday night. And then this match happens, and I'm just like, oh, they're more than catchphrases and, an eyebrow and, a crotch chop. Okay, these fuckers can work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I'm still not the biggest fan of The Rock. In my opinion, overrated. But like Triple H, I was like, oh, okay. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just hopefully The Rock's not watching tonight, though, because we don't necessarily agree with
it.
My bad, Mr. TKO.
That's right.
Mr. TKO.
Mr. TKO.
Holy shit.
Moana 2 is a great movie, I promise. What about you, brother? What you got at number 3?
We got the Hardys versus the Young Bucks from Supercard of Honor 11.
Oh, yes, sir.
The fact that Matt and Jeff went through this insane ass match, and then 24 hours later win the Raw Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania in another ladder match.
I was going to say, wasn't that a ladder match also?
In a ladder match.
They did 2 ladder matches in a 24-hour time span.
The Hardys
That
are
was
the smartest
both
people.
insane.
Yeah, I'm surprised that ladder match for WrestleMania was on no one's list either.
I almost had it at one point, but I was like, I like the Supercard of Honor one a little bit better.
Yeah,
because they went buck fucking wild, and they were still like full broken universe before it got whitewashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the crazy double table spot where it's like Matt Jackson's on one table, Matt Hardy's on one table, Nick Jackson and Jeff Hardy are on the ladders. They look at each other and go, and both dive off. It's fucking awesome. Like, it's one of the coolest spots ever. Yeah, it's just if you like Ring of Honor car crashes, this one's high up there. It's
the car crash.
It's brilliant.
No, this isn't the car crash when it comes to ladder.
Well,
no, that's my number one, brother.
Yeah, also my number one.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me rephrase this. It's the one when it comes to tag teams in ROH.
Yeah, okay.
Tag team ones. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
tag team ones.
All right. Number 3 for me, it has been mentioned. Shawn Razor 2 from SummerSlam 95. It's
match.
crazy how, as great as the first one is, it's just crazy to me like how they somehow top this in this matchup. The utter physicality, Mike, you mentioned too, like some of these moments they have. Like I remember Shawn getting superplexed off of out from inside the ring outside, and his foot hits the fucking like guardrail. Just looks sick.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Just you can hear the just the smack at home. The I remember Shawn doing the moonsault off the fucking ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Like we hadn't even seen that before.
So crazy.
And then like Shawn just getting pissed off in this one. Yeah, dude, it's a great matchup, and it should get a lot more credit than also to the super kick off the fucking like on top of the ladder.
That is crazy. His balance on that is nuts.
That's insane. And then I remember you talk about like an Eddie Guerrero type of moment and stuff. Like remember when he goes at the gets it and it doesn't come off and he gets pissed off and he throws the ladder down and climbs up again. Yeah. It's a great one. So I went back and forth between my 2 and 1. And they're both solid. They're both like, but I had to save the other one for the one. But I'm pretty sure all of us are going to have this one, and I'm guessing it's probably your guys' number 1. But for me, at number 2, and like once again, it's so like the razor thin of margins, folks. Okay, on this one, but it's Kevin Steen, El Generico, Ring of Honor, with the final battle. Like the ladder war, like
Final battle 2012. Yep.
2012. This match is so fucking insane. It is so insane. Like
I still say to this day that those 2 men have been in the longest, best told story in pro wrestling history.
Yeah.
Amongst multiple companies.
It has stretched for like 20 years and multiple companies.
Years, by the way. 22 years. They had their first match in 2003 in
22
Canada.
years and multiple companies, multiple countries. And the way that it ends at Final Battle 2012.
Oh man. Because you got to think like the years long story that was told between Generico and Steen. Like
coming in together as a tag team, best friends. To Kevin Steen turning on El Generico
at a ladder wars, by the way.
At a ladder war, and becoming the most hated man in the world.
Thanks to Steve Corino.
Thanks to Steve Corino.
I think the side stories with like Steve Corino and Colt Cabana and Jimmy Jacobs also helps this feud.
Yeah,
yes, it really does.
Yeah. But yes, it's my number 1.
But this is physical. I know you guys are probably gonna want to talk about some more, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Before we get to your guys' number 1, let's hear your number 2s. What do you got at 2, Husky?
TLC 2.
I mean,
it's the greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah,
like full stop. Like all fucking 40 WrestleManias, that one is the one that if I had to pick a WrestleMania match to rewatch, that's the one.
So let's say somehow, some way in the world, somebody hadn't even heard of WrestleMania, knew what WrestleMania was. This is like the first match you probably literally show them.
I will go. Well, I will ask 2 questions. Or I will ask one question. Do you want to see some insane spots, or do you want to hear or want to watch an insane story unfold? Because if they want the story, we're going Mania 30.
Oh, with that Danielson.
With Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah.
We're doing that. Or I could be like, if you want to see the world burn, I'll just show them the streak ending. But if they want,
yeah.
But if they want, like, if they're like someone that, like, I watch PWG, like I'm like that type of fan, and then for some reason have never seen WrestleMania, I'm going with this one. The iconic spot of Jeff Hardy hanging off the belt, Edge doing that giant spear, like I think that is the most replayed moment in the history of like WWE, right?
Oh yeah, it has to.
Yeah.
It's got to be. If it's not number one,
or Hogan's 100th time slamming Andre the Giant,
or him starting NWO or joining the NWO, I should say.
Yeah.
Like if that's not number one, it's in the top 5 easily. And just everything else about it, the fucking spot with Matt Hardy and Bubba Dudley on the ladder, and it gets pushed over, and they fly through the tables.
Oh yeah, the big 4, like whatever. Yeah.
And those tables exploded. Like it didn't like break like a normal table break. No, it's like somebody put dynamite on the tables and like blew them up.
Oh yeah. Is this the same? I can't remember if it was the one at SummerSlam or this one, but where like Jeff is like hanging and he's like literally uses his feet to maneuver the ladder to kind of get it over closer. It's the same one. That's insane. Like to do that, the physicality to do that, that's insane.
Because he does it at one point and gets it. He tries to do it again, but backs the ladder into the corner.
Yeah.
And lets go of it. And that's when Edge hits him with the spear. Because it gives him the momentum to swing back into him.
Wow. Mike, what about you? What you got number 2?
Like I said, I had a match for Monday Night Raw, and it is for the IC belt. And it's Rob Van Dam versus Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, fuck.
That's a good one.
I knew I was forgetting a fucking Rob Van Dam match.
Yeah. Again, this is Eddie right off of his return to the WWE. He comes in and he goes right after Rob in the IC title. He wins the belt off Rob in this match. Great thing about this, him winning this, by the way, is he still had indie dates that Vince let him do. So there's like 2 or 3 indie dates where he's going into matches with the IC belt.
Didn't he go to Ring of Honor with the IC belt?
He wrestled CM Punk, and then he wrestled Amazing Red with the IC belt on the line.
That's crazy.
Holy shit. He wrestled Amazing Red and CM Punk for the IC title in like 2000.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Like he went in there like, hey, Vince said I could put the belt on the line. Y'all want to have an IC belt?
But here's the thing, brother. I can't. I have to go over.
Yeah,
there's storylines involved here.
Yeah, but like awesome. No, this match, and for it to be free Monday Night Raw television, phenomenal. Like the Rolling Thunder that Rob does on Eddie on the ladder, is just sick.
Oh, also let's talk about this is also the same match where that dumbass fan gets in.
Yeah.
Eddie pretty much kicks his ass and rightfully so.
Shit out of that dude.
Yeah. I would too. Like fuck yeah. Good one. But let's talk about it, guys. Your number 1, Kevin Steen Generico.
Yeah. Just
I mean,
What can you say about this match?
Exactly. What can you even say
It's a car crash from beginning to end. There's phenomenal spots. Kevin Steen multiple times package power drives El Generico's poor ass through ladders.
It's like 5 times or some shit.
I don't know why El Generico, aka Sami Zayn, is standing.
Oh, but don't worry though. In WWE, Sammy gets his lick back.
He does.
With that half and half through the ladder and that one the ladder match where Zack Ryder got the IC title.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right before he wins the match, Sammy hooks Kevin up, half and half suplex. He lands on the top of his head in the ladder.
Yeah.
It's gross.
It's bad. Yeah.
But yeah, they kill each other in this match.
Yeah.
The fact that those two can still do what they do at the level that they do it after doing that match is beyond me. The ending with the package pile driver on the ladder bridge.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Is fucking gross.
It's what I remember the most out of this.
Yeah.
I think that is the most viewed thing in Ring of Honor.
Oh, absolutely.
That and Jay Briscoe winning the world title.
Yeah.
But if you folks, if you got an extra $10 a month, invest in Honor Club.
Yeah.
And watch the shit out of this match.
Yeah. They break like 4 or 5 ladders just by like Kevin Steen power bombing him and whipping his neck into the ladder. It's just
they broke one ladder. They broke one ladder in this match because Kevin Steen puts the fucking ladder, leans it up on the guardrail, and just Irish whips fucking El Generico into it, and he does that crazy ass like flip dive into
Chris Hamrick flop.
The Chris Hamrick flop, and and the ladder just literally disintegrates.
I almost had a Chris Hamrick ladder match on my list. And
really?
There's a phenomenal ladder match in the Philly version of XPW in the arena, and it's Chris Hamrick versus Chaos.
I'm gonna need you to send me that.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
That sounds insane.
Yeah.
Wow. So for me, like I say, I went back and forth on my number 1 and my number 2. Ultimately, I went with this as my number 1. Number 1 because I love this match. I adore this match. It's phenomenal. But it is literally this match right here. When this happens, it is literally the next step in the evolution of the ladder match. If you don't have this matchup, we're not talking about TLC 2. We're not talking Steen Generico. We're not talking about any of that because this match showed you that wow, I can take ladder matches to the next level. And for me, it's the Hardys versus Edge and Christian.
From No Mercy?
From No Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's to me. That's
where did you think he was going?
I thought he was going to say WLC, brother.
I
thought he was going to do a bit.
I was going to.
I should.
I would have.
I almost like for real put WLC on my list.
That's a great match, by the way.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
It's a really good match. Hornswoggle says it's the best thing most thing he's proud of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No,
I would be too. That match fucking rules.
It's a great match.
But yeah, I would have left. I'm not gonna lie. If he had WLC as one, I would have I'm gone. Bye, peace.
I quit the fucking show.
I'm wheeling my ass out of here. Fuck this.
I'm gonna go eat dinner, eat a dick, dude.
That No Mercy match is crazy.
Yeah, because if you don't have that match, like that match literally took the ladder match to the next level. I remember watching it, like, and it's the only time in my life as a kid, I can tell you this. Didn't see it live. Did not see it live. Was watching Monday Night Raw the next night as a kid. And they talked about it. And for for you youngins out there, you don't remember this, but what WWE used to do back in the day is they would show the pay-per-view on Sunday night and you could catch the replay on Tuesday. And I remember begging and pleading to catch the replay of this, and I did. I caught the replay. I got to see the replay on a Tuesday night, and I was just blown away. Blown away by what they were doing in this matchup. And I think a lot of people forget about the like, this match is so good, you don't even remember the shit with Terry Runnels, because, I mean, it's kind of like a gimmick. But
as Steve Austin once said, bam, non-factor.
Yeah, really. It does. She don't mean shit.
Yeah,
no disrespect to her, but she don't mean shit in this one.
Yeah.
I legit forgot about that until I was doing research for this list. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was for the management of a woman.
For the services of Terry Runnels as a manager.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
And $10,000.
Oh, yeah, and 10 grand.
$10,000
Which was a lot, probably.
Shit
Vince
for it.
And
99, wasn't paying motherfuckers at all.
99.
Oh yeah, dude. He's paying them fucking like $300 a shot, probably. Like, not what dudes are getting paid now.
I wonder if they actually got $10,000. Actually, I wonder.
That's a good question. I wonder too. Yeah,
they just broke it up on their checks until it ran out.
Probably,
or until they got kicked out of the company. And if they got kicked out of the company before it, they just like fucking here, man. Lump sum, get the fuck out of here.
You figure it out. Get out of here now. Don't let the door hit you. But no, seriously, this match, like I say, this is the match that took the ladder match to the next level. And if you don't have this match, I don't think you get all the crazy, like, car crash, insane spots that we see in ladder matches today.
Yeah.
Edge and Christian and Hardy Boys. This gets thrown around a lot with different talent, but Edge and Christian and Hardy Boys set the bar when it comes to ladder matches, and set the bar for literally these matches being what they are and what everybody loves about them today.
Yeah.
I just thought of an analogy for this.
Yeah.
Like in the WWE aspect, like in the view of this company, Sean and Razor showed you how to do it. Edge, Christian, Hardy Boys, and I'll even throw the Dudleys in there, showed you where a ladder match can go.
Yeah.
Like,
that's great.
This showed you, like, hey, you can take this thing really far. And if you know how to do the psychology correctly of a match this fucking insane, you got something.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect fucking tag ladder match. This one.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. They're never all ladder. And here's something to wrap your brains around, folks. Like, you'd have to look, but I'm fairly certain in the WWF this is the first multi-man ladder match.
Yes.
It was the first tag ladder match.
It used to be like, back in the day, ladder matches were just one-on-ones. But yeah, so much innovation with this one. I mean, it's incredible. Can't say enough about this matchup, man.
I mean, what can I say? WWE struck gold with that match.
They really did.
Because they rode the heat from that match for years. I mean, Edge and Jeff Hardy did a ladder match a decade later. The Extreme Rules one that I talked about.
Yeah.
Like, Vince and company literally was like, we found a money printing machine. Yeah, it's probably going to take 10 years off their life. But we're putting asses in seats.
That's right. We're making memories.
Yeah, we're making moments, kids.
That's right.
Because that's what WWE is. It's just the moment.
Yeah, now it's all about that money. Yeah. Anyways, but there you have it, folks. That is our Baker's Dozen, our top 13 favorite ladder matches of all time. Of course, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Tell us about some of your favorite ladder matches. But as we're closing out here tonight on Learning the Ropes, we got to end it right, because we always end with a plug-a-palooza. Husky, my good friend, tell us where they can find you.
You can find me on TikTok at Husky Roads 912. You can find me on Instagram at the Husky Roads. I make music under the name Dormir. You can find me at Dormir Beats on Instagram. You can follow my band Widow River at Widow_River. I do Queen's Court with Mike Duplessis and the Tribal Queen Brees out over on World Championship Wreckage. You can catch me on this channel doing Huskies Hot Takes on PW60. Tune in for the 100th episode.
Mhm.
It's gonna be bananas. I
Banana.
already know it.
Banana.
And also coming to World Championship Wreckage, I have the Pit Chronicles. I'm going to be doing some talking about some metal and hardcore yelly screamy stuff. I'm doing an album review for the new Turnstile album, Never Enough. Spoiler alert, it's fucking brilliant. It sounds like the Police if they were a punk band. It's fucking sick. Not actual cops, the band Police. And yeah, that's what I've got. Thanks for having me, boys.
Oh, we love to have you, man. We appreciate you, man. Mike, tell all the people where they can find you, brother.
MJ Duplessis on all my social medias. Again, catch me here every other Thursday, learning the ropes. You can catch me on PW60 with independent wrestling events around your state. You can catch me World Championship Wreckage with Husky and Bree doing Queen's Court. You can also catch me with Dad Hat doing Survivor Reunited, where he has introduced me to the show Survivor season by season. I am now a Survivor fan. Never thought I would ever say that in my life. You can also catch me every Monday with the Pro Wrestling Wizard Dog and the Ring Queen Michaela as we watch Monday Night Raw live for Netflix and Raw. It is a fun time. And me and Doug got unhinged as Michaela gets pissed off.
I've done a few episodes of Netflix and Raw, and let me tell you, it's raw, pal.
It's worse than Queen's Court, and you know how we do on Queen's Court.
Nice. Well, of course, you can find me here on Cole TV, and you can find me at all my social platforms under XLJ the OG. But as I said at the beginning of the show, you can catch a replay of PW60 from this week, as well as a brand new episode of The Hunt. And don't forget, like Husky said, man, next week's a huge week here on Cole TV, as it is PW60's 100th episode. We'll be having a celebration all week about PW60. You're going to want to check it out, man. It's going to be an awesome week. We got some awesome stuff. We got some surprises, all sorts of stuff lined up for you. So check that out next week. And as these gentlemen said, don't forget to check out over on World Championship Wreckage, all the amazing content you got over there. And shout out once again to our boy, the Ratty Daddy Cole Radrick, his benefit show that's being put on by MWT will take place this Saturday live from the Owens Valley Sports Complex in beautiful Spencer, Indiana. It's going to be an amazing show. I'll be there. So you have to come check it out. Say hi. It's going to be a great show. And don't forget, coming in August, it is the third non-annual Schmitty is coming back. And we are a sponsor on the Schmitty this year. So we'll have some exclusive news coming to you here in the coming weeks here on Cole TV. So you're going to want to check that out. And don't forget, you can get some of our sweet, sweet merch over on ProWrestlingTees.com. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Learning the Ropes. Thank you so much, Husky. Of course, thank you, Michael. It's always awesome doing this with you. We'll have to run it back again, boys.
Yes, sir.
Well, everybody have a safe and awesome week, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Learning the Ropes.